Have you ever lost something important and just couldn't seem to find it? Well, what if we told you there's a secret agency that could help you recover your lost possessions? Introducing SCP-6369, the mysterious mobile phone that connects you with the Rat Lost and Found program. In this video, we dive into the world of SCP-6369 and explore its strange conditions required for its services to be available. Item Number: SCP-6369. Object Class: Safe. Special Containment Procedures: SCP-6369 is held in a standard containment locker. Requests for usage of SCP-6369 can be submitted to the site director of the Foundation facility nearest to the requester's intended location. Personnel are reminded that typical usage of SCP-6369 requires payment ranging from $2 to $30 USD in value. As such, personnel should prepare currency or alternative food items of similar value prior to engaging with SCP-6369. Description: SCP-6369 is a Nokia 3310 mobile phone with a single number saved in its contacts list. While the phone can be used to dial other numbers, none of the calls will connect. The contact listed in SCP-6369 is named Rat Lost and Found. This agency's employees are hereafter referred to as SCP-6369-A. Initiating a call to this contact connects the caller with an automated selection system, which will ask a series of questions inquiring about a lost personal possession. The caller is prompted to provide information on which item they need found, where they believe they may have lost it, and what form of payment will be given for its recovery. Of note, certain conditions are required for SCP-6369-A services to be available. If these conditions are not met, SCP-6369 will not provide questions and will instead play a pre-recorded message apologizing for the inconvenience before ending the call. The conditions for activating the SCP-6369-A are as follows. The item is actually lost to the owner instead of intentionally hidden. The caller cannot deliberately lose the item. This includes asking a second person to hide an object for them. The item was lost within the last 24 months. The item does not weigh more than 5 kilograms. The area that the lost item is present in is devoid of rodent traps. The area that the lost item is present in is devoid of predator animals such as snakes, cats, birds of prey, etc. The caller has payment readied before placing the call. Personnel of SCP-6369-A are not currently active in an alternate location. The call is placed on a weekday. If these conditions are met, an SCP-6369-A associate will manifest outside of the building the SCP-6369 call was placed from within 30 minutes of calling. SCP-6369-A appear as a variety of fancy rats. Rattus norvegicus domestica, all seemingly directing or driving an autonomous robotic vacuum cleaner. Typically the Roomba series. Note: cross-referencing of serial numbers from SCP-6369-A. Driven vacuums indicate that they were legitimately purchased. For some cases, it was noted that the vacuums had malfunctioned and the prior owner intended to trash them. They will use the aforementioned vacuums to knock on the door of the building by bumping into it. SCP-6369-A vary in which brand of robotic vacuum cleaner they bring, what breed of rat they are, and what kind of coat the rat has. The number of SCP-6369-A that manifest is dependent on the size of the building the call is placed from. Items lost in small apartments typically result in a single rat appearing. The largest noted response involved 60 rats, accompanied by 10 vacuums, in order to search a school building. SCP-6369-A, upon arriving on site, will proceed to dismount their vacuums and search for the item specified as lost. Upon the item being found, the rat will place a call to SCP-6369 and carry the item to its owner, holding said item in their mouths or using their front paws to carry heavier objects. After the item is returned, SCP-6369 rings again, and an automated voice message will request a service payment ranging from $2 to $30. Of note, should a caller not provide payment to SCP-6369-A, they will leave without issue. However, SCP-6369 will no longer function for that individual should they attempt to place further calls. Experimental results for recorded payments accepted by SCP-6369-A are listed as following. Items accepted as payment in any format. Legal currency, paper money, and coins. Carrots, frozen, raw, and cooked. Lettuce, tomatoes, blueberries. Yogis, brand treats. Items that require preparation to be accepted. Chicken eggs, boiled for at least 8 minutes. Chicken, cooked and unseasoned. Fish, cooked and unseasoned. Walnuts, cracked. Beef, boiled, unseasoned in melons that are cut into parts. Items that hold increased value with higher quality. Cheese, more expensive types of cheese usually require a lower volume payment, but multiple rats answering a call will usually only accept food and payment if it can be shared among them evenly. Pet rodent dry food. Ham, salami, turkey. Rejected items. Citrus fruits, office supplies, caffeinated beverages, high-value items, products associated with animal testing. SCP-6369 case studies of particular note are listed as following. Color: Dr. Langford. Lost item: Dr. Langford's keys lost in her office. SCP-6369 response: 1 rat searched for 15 minutes. Payment given: 1 whole strawberry. Color: Dr. Marissa Norwood. Lost item: Dr. Norwood's notebook, Site 19-23. SCP-6369 response: 20 rats of varying breeds on 4 vacuum cleaners, spread out after reaching the center of the building, searched for 1 hour and 38 minutes. Payment given: $30 in paper bills. Color: Dr. Arthur Hackett. Lost item: Dr. Hackett's eyeglasses, Site 19-23. SCP-6369 response: 17 rats on 3 vacuums, searched for 38 minutes. Payment given: 34 blueberries, 2 per rat. Color: Dr. Veritas. Lost item: Dr. Veritas coffee cup, Site 19-23. SCP-6369 response: 30 rats on 4 vacuums, searched for 1 hour and 40 minutes. Of note, the coffee cup was broken into 4 pieces and seemed like someone tried to crudely glue it back together, leading Dr. Veritas to believe that someone broke the cup and attempted to hide it. Payment given: a watermelon cut into parts to be divided between the rats. Color: Senior Researcher Laura Mickelson. Lost item: Senior Researcher Laura Mickelsone's lunch, an apple, a pear, and a peanut butter sandwich. Lost from the break room fridge. SCP-6369 response: 10 rats of varying breeds on 2 vacuum cleaners, 5 minutes, found in Dr. Arthur Hackett's personal fridge in his office. Payment given: the apple and pear from SR, Laura Mickelsone's lunch, peeled from peels and cut into pieces to share over the 10 rats. Color: Maintenance Technician Johnson. Lost item: Maintenance Technician Johnson's 15mm combination wrench, most recently seen location unknown. SCP-6369 response: 1 rat, which immediately climbed up into Johnson's left leg and produced the wrench from one of his pockets. Payment given: 5 Ps. Addendum SCP-63691. As of most recent observations, it was noted that SCP-6369 will sometimes contract the same rat multiple times if the caller has had prior pleasant interactions with said rat. For the case of SCP-6369-B, additional unique behaviors were observed. SCP-6369-B is a black, smooth-coated Dumbo rat, identified by a white spot on its belly, that initially appeared in front of the containment locker of SCP-6369 after it had been used 20 times since initial containment. Standard screening indicated no anomalous qualities. The rat was assigned to J.R. Researcher Perry's office due to her familiarity with the care of its apparent species. It was noted that SCP-6369-B manifested wearing a miniature headset. It will not resist the headset being taken off, but the headset itself appears to be non-functional. SCP-6369-B will, however, resume wearing the headset after the device is returned. It is believed that the headset is an indication of authority or seniority. Upon subsequent uses of SCP-6369 pertaining to larger search areas, SCP-6369-B was noted to disappear from its cage while SCP-6369-A was active in a nearby location. It would then appear at the active search site and seemingly direct the other rats' tasks using squeaking and limb gesturing. SCP-6369-B was also noted to handle the distribution of food rewards among all present SCP-6369-A. SCP-6369-B will always reappear in its Foundation holding cage after the SCP-6369-A task is complete. Interview Log SCP-6369-B1. Interviewed SCP-6369-B. Interviewer J.R. Evangeline Perry, who is the assigned caretaker of SCP-6369-B. Forward. Upon SCP-6369-B's initial appearance in front of SCP-6369's containment locker, it attempted to get the attention of nearby personnel. After displaying comprehension of human speech, SCP-6369-B was brought into an interview room outfitted with standard communication assistance tools, including a keyboard. SCP-6369-B displayed interest in the keyboard and was placed near it. The keys pressed by SCP-6369-B, when used for its responses, are transcribed as following. Perry asked the entity for its name. The entity, SCP-6369-B, responded with Hero, as in India, Romeo, Oscar, Hotel. Perry then thanked it and asked if it was part of the Rat Lost and Found program. SCP-6369-B nodded in response to Perry's question. Perry then asked why it was involved in the program, to which SCP-6369-B replied, "Good clean rats fine stuff, rats good clean." Perry speculated that SCP-6369-B was involved in the program because it wanted people to know that rats were clean. SCP-6369-B nodded in agreement. Perry then asked if the entity was helping people find things to improve the reputation of rats. SCP-6369-B nodded in response. Perry expressed that he understood the goal of SCP-6369-B and praised it for doing a great job. The entity appeared pleased and responded with rats good. Perry asked SCP-6369-B if it had had a human companion before. The entity nodded in response. Perry then asked if it knew where its former companion was now. SCP-6369-B shook its head in response to Perry's question about its former companion's whereabouts. Perry then asked if its former companion had taught it to find lost items. The entity nodded in agreement. Perry followed up by inquiring if it had learned anything else from its former companion. Perry asked SCP-6369-B if it could show him what else it had learned from its former companion. SCP-6369-B rolled over and walked on its hind legs for 30 centimeters, then jumped and spun around its own axis before looking at J.R. Perry. Perry, who had been given treats before the interview, offered SCP-6369-B a piece of apple which it accepted and started eating. The interview resumed once SCP-6369-B had finished consuming the snack. Harry asked SCP-6369-B why it was there. SCP-6369-B replied with good. After this, Perry asked SCP-6369-B if it was good here, and if it wanted to stay. To this, SCP-6369-B responded by nodding, indicating that it wanted to stay and that it found finding lost items to be good. During the interview, Perry expressed interest in arranging a comfortable living situation for SCP-6369-B, offering a large cage and toys. Harry also asked if SCP-6369-B would like a companion in the form of another rat. SCP-6369-B responded positively with a please. Harry asked SCP-6369-B if it was going to leave the apple peel, and received a nod in response. Addendum: SCP-6369-B has taken up permanent residence in the office of Researcher Perry in a 1-meter-high, 60 centimeters x 70 centimeters rodent cage. It was given a non-anomalous fancy rat to keep it company. Of note, SCP-6369-B and the rat accompanying it in its cage do not show signs of aging, despite the common short lifespan of rats in domestication and in the wild. Addendum: SCP-63692. SCP-6369 was initially acquired from a second-hand electronics shop. Sales records indicate that the item originally belonged to Mr. Adrian Silverton, an elderly retiree who passed away in 2019. Family members, when questioned, described the individual as an advocate against the negative stigma associated with pet rats, as well as an amateur software app developer. A subsequent search of the family's residence uncovered a side room filled with empty small mammal cages. Family members confirmed that up to his passing, Adrian Silverton ran an animal sanctuary for surrendered pet rats. The family members claimed that all of the rats disappeared when Grandpa Silverton passed away. So, if you're looking to find lost items, SCP-6369 is here to help. But remember, you'll need to follow the required conditions and be prepared to pay the fee. And, while you're on the hunt for what's been misplaced, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to this channel for more intriguing SCP Foundation discoveries.